network, would I say the Janjaweed network. Before we were interrupted, I was asking a question which I believe everybody should now be asking those who are shouting for Nigeria and one Nigeria. And the question is, why would your northern leaders, why would the northern governors, why would the northern elders, why would the northern traditional rulers be discussing on issues and matters that happened in the southern Nigeria? Why would they converge in Kaduna to discuss the issue of Nigeria without other region? Without other region. Remember, what has played out now in Kaduna on the 2nd day of November 2020 is going to be very historic. What has played out that seems that all the so-called leaders, corrupt big stomach leaders from the southern part of Nigeria don't know that what happened yesterday in Kaduna is confirmation of northernization of Nigeria. It is a confirmation of that northernization of Nigeria that we have been shouting about. It is a confirmation of the northernization of Nigeria we have been alerting you about. Today, yesterday, they converged at one place there in Kaduna, and they passed a resolution to regulate your social media in Nigeria. And nobody from the southern part of Nigeria was part of the meeting. Of course, they deceived you like always. They deceived you like always. They said the northern governors were meeting. This Northern Governors Forum, they were meeting. And so they want to discuss on the issue of EndSARS. I don't know how the northern governors that are pro-SARS will now be discussing on the EndSARS protest. According to them, they don't want the second wave of EndSARS protest. So they have to now make a decision for Nigeria. They want to make a decision for Nigeria. What I am telling you now, this brokers are making now, go and mark it. Go and mark it. Before this week runs down, you will hear the Senate president meeting with some people from the south. So that, because that is how we control them. We control them like remote control. Before this week runs down, or by next week, you will hear that Senate president meet with southern leaders. And we do not have any southern leaders. So they are going to divide you. You will hear the Senate is meeting with the Southeast. The Senate is meeting with the South-South. The Senate is meeting with the Southwest. There will never be anything like southern leader. Of course, we have had them for the very first time during the EndSARS protest. For the very first time, they say the southern leaders condemn the killing in Lekki. So that was the very first time we are hearing something like that in Nigeria. But anyway, the question I want to ask you now is, what is the business of northern governors, northern leaders, Senate, and all the big civil servants in Nigeria converging in Kaduna to discuss the issue of Nigeria without any single person from the south? Because when you say you converged as a Northern Governors Forum, we are assuming that you are strictly converging as governors. The meeting should be strictly governors of your northern states. So if the meeting held yesterday in Kaduna is not northernization of Nigeria, It's not about the confirmation of the northernization of Nigeria. It's not about the Fulanization of Nigeria. I want to read the resolution which I started reading before the interruption. Now, listen to me. Listen and listen very attentively. They say it is the Northern Governors Forum. So, my people, I want to read the Northern Governors Forum that passed a resolution on Nigerians. The resolution they passed was that you are going to regulate the social media. So I want to read the resolution passed by the so-called Northern Governors Forum. Now I want you to listen to look at this. Here you can see the letterhead. Northern State Governors Forum. Resolutions of Northern State Governors Forum meeting with the Northern State Emir and Chiefs held on Monday, 2nd November 2020. Did you hear that? Northern Governors Forum. Northern Governors Forum, they are the one now that will decide on issue bordering on Nigerians. They say they are going to regulate social media because of the second wave of the EndSARS. Now, the resolution reads, listen very attentively. In furtherance to its resolution to further engage the critical stakeholder of the North, the Northern State Governors Forum held a meeting today, Monday, 2nd of November 2020, at the Council Chamber Sir Kashim Ibrahim House in Kaduna. And it was to engage the Northern leaders, the stakeholder. Now, in this meeting, where they are supposed to engage the Northern leaders or the stakeholder, in the Northern stakeholders, they didn't do that. Rather, they engaged the Nigeria. They engaged the entire Nigeria stakeholder. They sit there on their own and pass a resolution and propose social media regulation for the entire Nigeria. For the entire Nigeria, not the Northern stakeholder. But remember, in this number one resolution is to engage the Northern leaders, to engage the Northern stakeholders. But at the outcome, at the end of the day, was to regulate social media for the entire Nigeria. And there is no single Southerner, no single Southerner in attendance. Now let me read again. Number two. The meeting was attended by His Excellency, the Senate President of the Federal Republic. Did you hear that? That in the Northern Governors Forum, the Senate President of Nigeria attended Northern Governors Forum. They call it Northern Governors Forum. Remember, what we are doing is to expose everything hidden, so that if you are not delivered by this gospel, you will be delivered by our next gospel. So, Senate President of Nigeria can now attend Northern Governors. Do you know what this means? Can now attend Northern Governors Forum, where they deliberated on the issue. Actually, it was supposed to engage the stakeholder in the Northern Nigeria, but they ended up deliberating on issue of Nigeria as a whole to regulate social media. Now listen, it didn't end here. The Senate President of the Federal Republic, the Honorable Speaker or the Honorable Deputy Speaker and the other members of the National Assembly. So, the Northern Nigeria Governors Forum, all of a sudden, overnight, metamorphosed into comprising the governors, comprising the Senate President, which is from the North, comprising the Deputy Speaker, which is from the North, comprising other National Assembly members from the North. Then, the Northern Governor didn't end there. The Northern Governors Forum now has been expanded to the extent that it now comprises traditional rulers from the North. It now comprises the Emir from the North. It now comprises all the stakeholders from the Northern Nigeria. So when this whole Northern Nigeria from the, in fact, it didn't end here. Let me continue to tell you the people that were in attendance in Northern Governors Forum. Now, listen, Deputy Speaker and other members of the National Assembly. The Chief of Staff to the President of Nigeria is now part of the Northern Governors Forum. Chief of Staff of the President of Nigeria is now attending Northern Governors Forum, where they are engaging the Northern stakeholders. And the engagement of the Northern stakeholders, of which the Senate President is in attendance, all the members of the National Assembly, including the Deputy Speaker, is in attendance, including the Chief of Staff to the President from Aso Rock, is now in attendance to the Governors Forum to now pass a resolution to regulate social media for entire Nigeria. And you sit there. When we sit down and see tomorrow, you say, no, how can Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the IPOB, how can Simon Ekpa say all this is a lie? They are selling lies. It is propaganda. You call it fake news. I am asking you now, what you are listening now, you are listening to me, does it make sense? Is it making any sense? That they hide under the Governors Forum and Plan Q. This is a plan against other Nigerians, against the Southern Nigerians. They want to start to show you that this northernization is real. This Fulanization is real. And now you can see the importance of having them all over the big offices in Nigeria. You can see the importance. You can see when the Northern Governor are meeting. You see the caliber of people that are coming. You can see the caliber of people that are attending the meeting of the Northern Governors Forum. The Senate President is in attendance. Deputy Speaker is in attendance. All the National Assembly members from the North, they are all in attendance. The Chief of Staff to the President is now in attendance. Do you see it? Now, how many of you in the Southern Nigeria have converged to invite Femi Gbajabiamila, the Speaker? How many of you in the South have converged to discuss Southern Nigeria, to discuss the threat, the impending danger that the Southern Nigeria is now facing? How many of you have sit to continue to discuss the soldiers that are Boko Haram invasion, the Boko Haram army invasion of the Southern Nigeria? How many of you have gathered to discuss when American government warned you in the South that the Boko Haram are coming? When American government was warning you, they did not say Boko Haram was coming to Igbo land. They did not say Boko Haram was coming to Yoruba land. They did not say the Boko Haram was coming to Wike place because he claimed he's a Niger Delta. They said Boko Haram were coming and penetrating Southern Nigeria. It is called Southern Nigeria. So I ask you now, one Nigerianist from the South How many of your leaders have converged in Lagos? How many of your leaders have converged in Abeokuta? How many of your leaders have converged in Enugu? How many of your leaders have converged in Calabar to discuss the impending danger where you will have the Senate President in attendance? Where you will have this Chief of Staff to the President of Nigeria in attendance. You see? And after having that discussion, you will now come and say, let us restructure Nigeria. Whether or not, like it or not. Let us restructure Nigeria, because that is what all of you in the South, Mumu leaders from the South, are clamoring for. You want a restructured Nigeria. Now the North have converged. They have planned against you. They have made a secret meeting. They have now come to say, we are going to regulate social media in Nigeria. Now, from you, from the South, are you going to kick against it? Are you going to fight against it? Because any day you stood up and say, any day you stand and say, let us restructure Nigeria, the North has always kicked against it. So now that the North came up with something, of course, we know that Nigeria have already rejected anything social media be. But I'm asking you now, will you now stand up and say, North cannot decide for Nigeria, whether right or wrong, whether the whatever they are proposing is right? Will you now stand up and say, you can't just sit there and decide for Nigeria, because if you do that, it has become the northernization of Nigeria, the Fulanization of Nigeria that we are talking about. So you are not expecting Fulanis to come and start building house in Yoruba land, in Oduduwa land, in Biafra land, in Ogoni land. No. You are not expecting Fulanis to come and become your governor. No. This is it. This is exactly what the Fulani are doing. They will sit in Kaduna and make a regulation that you, in the South, they will impose it on you. The Northern Nigeria will sit in Kaduna under the auspice of Northern governors. They will carry everybody from the North along. They will bring the Senate President. They will bring the Deputy Speaker. They will bring all the National Assembly members from the North. And they will make a decision to regulate social media against other Nigerians. This is it. You don't wait until they become councillor in your place. They cannot. They know you cannot allow them. You cannot allow them to become governors in your state. No, they don't need that. All they need is what they have now to rule you. All they need is what they have now to see the northernization of Nigeria in reality. It is happening. It has happened. This is the first time. This is the first time they shot at you. This is the first time they shoot at the target. And they really get the target. So now it is our responsibility to call you to wake up. It is our responsibility to call your attention so that you will start to think that this northernization have started happening since yesterday. For the very first time in the history of Nigeria, the Northern group, the Northern leader, they came together and they say, we are going to regulate social media, irrespective of whatever other region think, without the consent of the Southern Nigeria. They have carried the Senate President along. They say, Senate President, come to this meeting. You are from the North. You have to do everything to save Nigeria. Social media is destroying the unity of the country. Simon Ekpa, Mazinam Dikano, IPOB, all Biafra agitators, they have used all Oduduwa agitators. They have used social media to destroy Nigeria. It is time we stop them. Let us stop them so that nobody will listen to them from Nigeria. Just like as you are listening to me now, you are going to be thinking from what I am doing this evening. That is what they want. They don't want you to know. They don't want you to listen to objective voices. They don't want you to listen to voices that make sense. They don't want you to listen to voices that will make you to begin to think. They do not want you to continue to listen to voices that will liberate you mentally, physically, and otherwise. So they say we are going to regulate social media. And if we don't do it, we are going to have the second wave of EndSARS. So let me continue to read how many people were in attendance in this governors forum. Now, the chief of staff to the president attended Northern Governors Forum. The minister of Federal Capital Territory, the minister of Federal Capital Territory are now attending Northern Governors Forum. Minister from the north. Remember, nobody from Indigene, from Abuja Indigene, has ever served as a minister of the Federal Capital Territory. Remember. So, now, the minister of the Federal Capital Territory attended Northern Governors Forum, where the North have made a decision for the very first time to start implementing what I called the already systematic conquest of Southern Nigeria. They are now ruling you from Kaduna. The North are now ruling you from Kaduna. They have passed a resolution, and believe me, if it goes by voting, you know what it means now. If it goes by voting, you know what it means now. If all the National Assembly members are there, this is where the game starts. All the National Assembly members, they are there from the North. So let us vote now between North and South. North to say, we want social media to be regulated. South to say, we don't want social media to be regulated because the South are more civilized and they use social media. And then they say, okay, go to National Assembly and vote. You go and vote now. You see the reason why Nigeria must disintegrate? Go and vote. Let us see. And of course, the Southern leaders will always sell out. They will collect the money and vote for North. Because that is what they are known for. But this time around, we are going to hunt them in their houses. We are going to bring every of their property down because they are all looted properties. The Nigerian youth are going to revolt against all the leaders in the Southern Nigeria that have sold everything, the future of the people. Otherwise, tell me, are they going to be against this Northern decision? And for you to, if you don't understand what is happening, we are fighting for freedom. We are fighting for freedom. This is nothing. I am not a Nigerian. I am a Biafran. This has nothing to do with somebody say, oh, you are committing treason. You are doing this. This is freedom fight. This is fight for freedom, for independent state of Biafra. You understand? During the time of Nigeria independence, during the time of the fight for the independence of Nigeria, people from the South, people from the North, they fought for the independence. They argued and they argued with the British authorities. They traveled to London and nobody molested them. Nobody imprisoned them, even though we know that the British will never want to leave Nigeria. They didn't kill them. They all traveled to London and come back to Nigeria, and they finally got independent. So if you think that what we are doing today is outside the box, you need to go back to school and learn about freedom. You need to go back to school. Fighting for freedom is never a crime in any law. Not in national law, not in local law, not in international law. And a lot of you don't understand. You know, when the Janjaweed there who don't know anything, they go to school and they never learn anything. They will be writing to FBI. They will be writing to this one, writing to that one. Arrest them. Arrest them. They are causing problem in our country. Arrest them. Forgetting that where we live today, people died fighting war to get freedom. Where I live today, people died fighting to be free. How can you kill? How can you fight and die to be free? And you think the people that are civilized will listen to you? You think that them that they know that we are waking up today will listen to you? They are supporting us. They are supporting us by creating conducive environment for for us to sit and eat very well and be able to shout to educate our people. If you don't know that, do you know how many people that are leaving Africa on daily basis to come to Europe? Do you think Europe like you? Do you think Europe like it? You think that they are comfortable that everybody is coming running away from Africa? They want that we create a better environment in Africa so that people will go back from Europe. So those of you who, even the wicked, I saw you bragging. When you come here, we are going to beat you. In fact, come to where I am, I will be the first person to give you a slap. And nothing will come out of it. Wicked, I'm talking to wicked. So don't think that, you are sitting there, you are all criminals. The international community know you people as criminals. There is nothing Nigeria produce other than criminal. You are not being respected anywhere in the world. You are a failed state. You are a failed state. That is what Nigeria is. So you think you write this and you write that, people will begin to look at us? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. The international community is even, they are happy. Because they know that if Biafra comes, if Nigeria is divided, then we have a better country. People will go back. A lot of people will, it is going to be a mass exodus in Europe. Believe me, all Biafran in Europe will leave. Everybody will go back. You think they want you to be here? They don't want most of people here now. No, if you don't know that. In case you don't know, there are people that they don't want. So by the time you have a good country in Nigeria that come out from Nigeria, people are going to go back voluntarily. Voluntarily. Here now, people are not going back. There are people that can commit suicide if you want to take them back to Nigeria. And you think the international community are happy? You think the European Union is happy? People are dying in Mediterranean Sea, trying to cross to Italy. People are being sold as slaves in Libya because of the rottenness, because of the evil that you do in Africa, in Nigeria. That is why they don't respect you. That is why they don't respect and they don't regard you, because you are all criminals in government. You support terrorists, you kill your own people, you order the killing of your own people, and you expect people to respect your international community. You expect people to extradite anybody, even Desiani. Even Desiani. Our own Desiani, no matter that you say she's corrupt, can she be extradited? Have you not tried? Her own is that they know that there is an allegation against her. Extradite her. Desiani, you can't. You can't. Because they know you are all Satan in Nigeria. And by the time Nigeria is disintegrated, all of you that have committed all these atrocities, we will deal with you. We will deal with you. After dealing with you, we will have the law, the constitution that will respect every human life. But first of all, we will deal with you, all of you, before we set up a constitution that will respect human life and dignity of life. That I can assure you. So you can do whatever. It is time you fight your last. This is your last fight. Because of course, you know what you will stand to lose. Believe me. Everything you know you want to do it now. Because if you don't do it now, you may never have the opportunity to do it again. You have to use everything you have now. This denying you are denying is too early. It's too early. You have not started the fight. You are denying sending soldiers and all that. You have not started the fight. You have killed and you continue to kill. Now the killing is, probably you are afraid. And what you do now is to hire thugs to go and destroy the market of Igbos in Iguacha. Do your worst now, because you may never have the opportunity again. This is the only time you can strike and fight the Igbos. This is the only time. This is the only time. The second chance may never come. So use your power now and fight the Igbos. Use your power now and kill the Igbos like you are killing the Igbos now in Obibo. You are killing the Igbos now in Obibo. And of course, the Fulani has abandoned you, and it is time for deny. You have to deny your action. That is how to know who is not a man. A man is that you will do something and you stand by it. That is what men are known for. But all of you are evil. You do evil today, you deny tomorrow. Because when somebody come and shake your door, you start denying. When ordinary report coming from international community, you start denying. You cannot even stand. You cannot even stand to say, yes, I did it, but this is the reason why I did it. No, you have to deny. And those Nama, those mumus that are zombies, that are carrying AK-47, going about killing, they are not even thinking. They don't think, why are these people denying after ordering us to go and kill? Why are they denying? They should stand and defend us. Military don't think like that. Police don't think like that. They are not thinking, why are these people denying? In Lagos State, they call them. Now the governor is denying. The military is denying. And the military, they are not thinking. If what we are doing is legitimate, if what we are doing is internationally acceptable, why are they denying? Why should we deny what we did? Why should we deny the people we kill? Trying to safeguard the country, if that is what you are doing? Why do we have to deny the innocent Nigeria youth we killed to see how to keep the country one? If you think what you did is right, why are you denying? If you think killing people in Obibo is right, and you want to kill Ekpa, you want to kill the Igbos, if you think it is right, why are you denying? Why don't you stand Gidigba and say, I did it to save the unity of the country? Why? That is to know that the military are not thinking. The policemen are not thinking. They are all Fulanis. Because if they are thinking, they should know by now that what we are doing is wrong. Why should we go and kill people when after killing, the governors that send us to go and kill will come and deny it? It means that what we are doing is not right. But they will not think like that. They will not think like that. That is to show you that they are zombie. Complete zombie. So I hope they are watching me now, so that they will think along this line. That if you kill in Obibo, and the governor Wike who asked for you, because before you go there, you have been briefed what to do. If the governor has come to say, I did not order the military to kill the Igbos in Obibo, why are you still there, the military? Why? Why are you still there? Why are you still there? Parading? Or you don't listen to news? You don't listen to news? All of you that have your relative and your brothers there parading in Obibo, why have you not called them? Call them to tell them that these governors that are sending you, they are denying, you know. It can be that what you are doing is not right, too. And if they found that you are the one who were shooting the gun, you will go to jail. You will go to life in prison. You are going to be tried by the ICC. And not only that, the people you killed, their brothers and sisters, will come for you. Because you will be identified. And we will deal with you. You will pay. If the governor, if the court, the justice didn't take its course, we will come for you. Yes. When this whole thing will be relaxed, you will pay, you will all pay for every crime you have committed. Starting from Wike. So, as I am talking about the Northern Nigeria meeting in Kaduna, Northern Nigeria meeting in Kaduna, I want to continue to read to you the people that were in attendance. The Chief of Staff to the President, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, the Minister of Information. Minister of Information is now attending Northern Governors Forum from Kwara State. From Kwara State. Have you seen it? Lai Mohammed is now a Northern person. Lai Mohammed can now attend Northern Governors Forum. Do you see where they have decided the fate of your Nigeria? Eh? Do you see where they have decided your fate of your one Nigeria? Lai Mohammed is in attendance. Lai Mohammed, they invited them, selected them. Lai Mohammed is now attending Northern Governors Forum. From Kwara State. From Kwara State. Yoruba land, Oduduwa land. Kwara State, Oduduwa land. Now, listen. The Inspector General of Police. Do you see it? People who attended Northern Governors meeting, Minister of Information, Inspector General of Police. Inspector General of Police. That is where they plan the northernization of Nigeria, the implementation, the phase 1 implementation of the northernization of Nigeria. In case you don't know, let me tell you. You see, even if this social media bill didn't go through, they have implemented the northernization and the federalization agenda of Nigeria. Do you know why? Do you know how? For the fact that these people can meet in Kaduna, for the fact that these people converged in Kaduna and have this meeting successfully, deliberated on issue of Nigeria without Southern Nigeria, for the fact that they have even pronouncing regulation of social media on behalf of the people of Nigeria, whether it is to proposal or not to proposal, that meeting, for the fact they already converged and sat in that meeting, it means that is a northernization meeting. That means that the northernization agenda have worked, and the federalization agenda have worked, and this is the first meeting of northernization of Nigeria. Do you understand the point now? So, listen again to those who were in attendance. Inspector General of Police, the principal officer of the National Assembly, the principal officer of the National Assembly was in attendance. The chairman of the Northern State Traditional Rulers, chairman of the Northern State Traditional Rulers was in attendance, led by His Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto. Sultan of Sokoto amongst others. And this Sultan of Sokoto is the overall. When John Kerry came to Nigeria, he went straight to meet Sultan of Sokoto, whom they believe is the king of Nigeria. Now the Sultan of Sokoto, after meeting with Sultan of Sokoto, he now had to come back before meeting ordinary leaders like presidency and all that. Now you get the point. Sultan of Sokoto was in a meeting where they concluded that they have to regulate the Nigeria social media against the second wave of EndSARS protest. You want Nigeria from the south. Are you getting the point? Do you now understand that what we are talking about all this while is happening? Do you understand? Now listen to the resolution too. After extensive deliberation, the following resolution we are arrived at. The resolution is not for Northern Nigeria. The resolution is for the entire Nigeria. And there is no single, not even Wike was there. Not Umahi of Ebonyi State was there. Not Ugwuanyi was there. Not Okowa was there. Not their he-goat from Imo State was there. None of these people were there. Nobody from Lagos. Nobody from Odo State. Nobody from Ogun State. Nobody from Ekiti State. None of these people were there. You see? Listen. Resolution number 3. Appreciate the role of the traditional rulers in containing the menace of EndSARS protest in the north, as if it happened in the north. Collectively agree that the traditional rulers be given formal role in the governance architecture of the country. Are you listening? And this is going to form their restructure. Everything, for those of you who are shouting restructure, this is what you see here is going to be what they are going to be pushing for to be the restructure. The traditional ruler should now have, they should be given the opportunity to be part of the governance. And I don't know whether the transitional ruler are not part of the governance at the moment. I don't know that. Now listen. The meeting rejects and condemns the subversive actions of the EndSARS protest. You see? Subversive action of the EndSARS protest. The superlative agitation and order change, regime action outside the ballot box soon take advantage of the peaceful protest to push for their separate agenda. The meeting endorsed the indivisibility, indissolubility, and oneness of the nation. The meeting took note of the devastating effect of the uncontrolled social media and spreading fake news. Therefore, calls for major control mechanism and the censorship of the social media practice in Nigeria. Now, I ask you, the North is now analyzing what is fake news and what is not fake news. How do we do with fake news? How do we ditch fake news? What we do in Biafra agitation? Do you see any fake news? What I am showing you and reading you now out, would you say is a fake news? Everything we do, we make it up. It is fact-based. We do fact-based analysis. We bring the fact, trash it, just like I'm trashing their resolution now. Will you say it's a fake news? Will you say that when I say that this is a northernization agenda, will you say it's a fake news? The outcome of this meeting, the body language of this meeting, is it not northernization of Nigeria? Is it a fake news? When you say that the Northern Governors Forum are meeting, and it should be Northern Governors Forum, not Northern Nigeria Forum, not Northern Leaders Forum, not Northern Nigeria meeting. It was Northern Governors Forum. Now, in the Northern Governors Forum, all the people that are speaking, all the people that are well-to-do, all the senators, all the House of Representatives from the North, the Sultan of Sokoto, the Chief of Staff, the Minister of this, the Minister of that, the IG of Police, all of them were in the meeting. Will you say I was wrong to say it is northernization agenda? My people, will you say it is a fake news? If some news media now carry the analysis I'm making now to say the meeting of yesterday, the 2nd of November 2019, was the total implementation of northernization and fulanization of Nigeria, will you say it's a fake news? This is not a fake news. So tell me, my people, I am making it categorically clear that from this meeting, what it means, if you are reporting it from news media, I want to see the first news media to report this, Vanguard. I want to see the first media to report that the gathering of the Northern Nigeria yesterday, the 2nd of November 2020, by virtue of the gathering, it should be the total implementation of the northernization of Nigeria. And this is their first meeting ever. This is their first meeting. Now, let us continue to read. Number 5. The meeting took note of the devastating effect of the uncontrolled social media in spreading fake news. Therefore, calls for major control mechanism and censorship of the social media practice in Nigeria. Number 6. 2020. Okay. Did I say 2019? All right. 2nd of November 2020. Yes. So if it was 2019, I say then correction. So let it be reported. The meeting that took place yesterday, the 2nd of November 2020, was the first meeting of northernization of Nigeria. And it is also an implementation of the northernization of Nigeria and the Northern Agenda. Fulanization of Nigeria, other word. So this is exactly the name, what it is. Then number 6, meeting raises attention on the need to keep strict watch on the Federal Capital Territory to guide against unwarranted and destructive protest to safeguard critical assets of the nation. Ha ha! You hear that? They are afraid. They are now sensing this thing that we have been sensing all this while. They are now afraid. They say that the Federal Capital Territory must be guided now because, to avoid destruction of government, whatever, because they are afraid of the second wave of the End SARS protest. Do you see that? They are now afraid of the second coming of the End SARS, which we know will come, and that will be the end of Nigeria. Immediately this second wave hit Nigeria street, we will know. We will use our tongue and begin to count our teeth. Now, number 7. The meeting commend the National Assembly and the presidency in being proactive in addressing the issues of End SARS protests across the country. The need to further, number 8, the need to further push for amicable resolution of ASU strike to enable students to resume their studies. They want to engage the students. In fact, God is working. God is working. Let them open the school so that we will have the youth of Nigeria scattered all over Nigeria for a proper coordinated protest. Because now, some of the youth are packed in one place. Some of the youth are packed in one section of the country. So we want that the school resume so that people will go back for a balanced protest. So that the damage will not be heavy in one side and very small in the other side. This is exactly how God works. Let them open the universities so that the students will go back to their various schools for a proper protest. This is it. This is it. And remember this, what I'm reading now is not Nigeria, is not entire Nigeria resolution. No. It is the resolution of the Northern Nigeria, which they are going to be implementing. The Northern Nigeria is now advising that and passing a resolution comprising of police and everybody that this is what they are going to do. This is what they are going to do. And nobody from the South have heard their opinion. No. Everything they have decided is final. Bam. Go to the National Assembly and do it. So, you did not want to hear the opinion of the Southern Nigeria. You don't want to know whether Southern Nigeria they need internet. You don't want to know whether social, they don't care. No. All they want is guide Abuja, guide the Federal Capital Territory against protesters, against Nigeria youth. Number 9. Meeting resolved that there is need for regular meeting of this nature. Are you hearing? Number 9. I told you, this is the beginning of the northernization of Nigeria. And now they are telling you in number 9 that there is need. They say they resolved that there is the need for regular meeting of this nature. So, regular meeting where Northern Nigerians will be meeting to discuss and impose their law on the Southern Nigeria. To where they will meet and discuss and impose whatever they want. And tell the president of the National Assembly or the president of Senate, go and implement this. They will be sitting to deliberate on issues. This is not. They want regular. This is the beginning of the northernization and the fulanization of Nigeria. They are going to be sitting very often to deliberate and rule you from Kaduna. So that when they say, National Assembly implement this, they will implement it. And you will be suffering in the South. Have you seen it? Have you seen that you are not one country? Have you seen it? This is the resolution they passed, so I did not even read it before coming to the number 9. Say there is need for them to meet on regular basis. The meeting of this nature to meet regular. So the second meeting of the Northernization of Nigeria will be coming. It will be coming. Now, still in number 9, the calls for the further engagement of other critical stakeholders such as religious leaders, business community, youth leaders, etc. Accordingly, the meeting approved the setting up of 2 major engagement committees. They are already approving for Nigeria. Listen, they approve setting up a engagement committee. A committee on role of traditional rulers. Membership. Emir of Lafia as chairman. 2 representatives from the National Assembly. 3 1 representative from each of the 3 zones. You see? 1 representative from each of the 3 zones. I want you to listen. I want you to listen. That is number 9. Now, they went further, 10 and 14, from 9 till 14, they went further. The forum appreciate the roles of the National Assembly, yes, in the critical stakeholder resolving the entire conflict. Forum appreciate the Mr. President for competent, Anyway, so let me stop here because I have a lot of things to do. Now, pay attention to this. All the people that have nominated and in this committee, from number 9 to number 13, and then to 14, to 15, and then to number 18. Number 18 read. I have to jump a lot of them. Number 18 read. The meeting resolved to support the Nigeria police force to serve the country better and call for the strengthening of the trust between the people and the police. The meeting expressed concern over low-level involvement of relevant stakeholders in the implementation of programs of government and calls on the relevant agencies to review implementation strategy to take for the maximum impact of benefit. Now, I want to tell you one thing. It didn't end here. It didn't end here. I want you to listen to this. You see, after this meeting, a lot of things begin to play. As I'm talking to you now, the federal government of Nigeria, they are compiling them on the order and the resolution of the Northern Nigeria. Now watch. The federal government begin compilation of NSAS protesters on no-fly list. On no-fly list. Nigeria authority have started collecting a no-fly list of hundreds of Nigerians they suspected of energizing the NSAS movement that loomed across the country last month. Officials told this reporter on Monday in a move that could drive a wedge of mutual suspicions in ongoing negotiation between the government and the protesters. 3 officials with with distinct but corroborative knowledge of the government plan, told these reporters in a separate interview on Monday that the Federal Interior Minister was responsible for the controversial list. Now, ask me, who is this Interior Minister? Is he not the man from Kwaras? Is he not the man from Ekiti State? What is the name? Can you post the name of the Interior Minister? What is the name? Is it Aregbesala or what is it called? What is that minister called? I want somebody to post the Minister of Interior. The name of the Minister of Interior. Is it Aregbesala? Is it from Ekiti State or from Kwara State? Which state is he from? Which state is Aregbesala from? Is the name Aregbesola? Is the name Aregbesola from it? Is he from it? Yeah, exactly. Rolf Aregbesola. Is he from Ekiti State or from Osun State? From Osun State. Okay. So he is now one of the willing tools. They are now using. He is the one now compiling the list of Nigerians that will be on no-fly list. You see, this is from the resolution of the Northern Nigeria, the idea of the Northern Nigeria. He is now compiling list. Do you hear that? Now let us read more. Official did not immediately accuse the protesters of any crime, but the ministry started collecting the list nearly 2 weeks ago. An official said, and the reporter only became aware of its existence on Monday morning. So they have started collecting. This is the man. This is the minister. They have started collecting the names of the people to be on no-fly list. The immigration office is domiciled under the Interior Ministry, and a senior official said the ministry planned to forward names of hundreds of Nigerians who should be targeted for overseas journey. So, as the government, you see, for Nigerians to know, you are in for war. These people have come to bring war. You are in for war. So when you begin, now they are targeting people not to travel out of Nigeria. We will be targeting them. They will never cross to diaspora. Any politician that you see from Nigeria coming to diaspora, you are coming to receive your own treatment. It is a nationwide. It doesn't matter where you come from. Whether you are from Kano, if you come and travel to diaspora, where Nigerians are, where Nigerian youth are, believe me, everywhere you come, you will receive your treatment. So now, it is now open. They are collecting the names of people who participated in peaceful protest. And they are sending them to immigration office, to Nigeria immigration, so that they will be halting them from traveling. They will, destroy their passport. Who know what they want to do? Whether they are going to send their names to embassies or whatever. I don't know whether any embassy can even respect this kind of people who are murderous. So, as they are issuing this threat to Nigerians, we are also issuing this threat to them. They will not come to diaspora. None of them, unless you don't know that they are anywhere they are. Anywhere these politicians from Nigeria, these criminals, these terrorists from Nigeria, anywhere they come, hunt them. Hunt them. Because you cannot be killing people. You cannot be killing people and then you are stopping them from traveling again. You want everybody to stay in Nigeria and die. It will not work. It will not work. Now watch. Listen. We told the ministry that we have not started compiling a list of the protesters because we did not get a presidential directive to do so as of that time. The official said, but the ministry went on its own. They went on its own to start collecting a list for enforcement. the country of lawlessness. The presidency have not given the directive to do so. But Minister Aregbesola, on his own, have started collecting people's name. And the same way they are collecting the name of people they are arresting and they are sending them to prison, claiming they are the one who protested. You see what I posted on my page. They are now writing the names, just like this name now. They are arresting people, innocent Nigerians. And believe me, it will be targeted at a particular ethnic group. They have now started. This is for you to understand the impunity. It didn't end here. Now watch. So for those of you who say that the northern governors called for censorship of social media in Nigeria, it was not only censorship. There are other things they said. It was not only for the censorship of social media in Nigeria. So now, for those of you who do not understand, I want you to watch this.
The northern leaders and our rulers are living in a world of their own. And they think there is no, they feel that there is no much, agitation, or there's no much rejection of this proposed regulation or censorship. It would shock them, like we say. It would take them by surprise. See, you are trying to guard the voice of people who have collectively given you their mandate and entrusted you into public office. And then you are saying that the biggest concern for you is to stiffen their voice. It would really shock them when it hits them that, young people, particularly young people from their region, would not accept this. Mischief makers would definitely cash in on this. And, you have people around them who are sycophants who tell them that they are the best thing that have happened to Nigeria after jollof rice. It would really shock them.
What do you think will happen if they go ahead?
What do I think would happen?
If they proceed, yes.
If they proceed, what do I think would happen? Citizens would rise. Yes, a couple of weeks ago, we saw how young people united and organized themselves peacefully under the NSAS protest. That is.
Somebody said that they have stopped Modupe from traveling. They have stopped Modupe from traveling. Modupe is a lawyer who offered to help those NSAS protesters. Please, Modupe, if you know where you are, can you speak up? We want to hear your experience. Modupe, we want to hear your experience. We want to know what transpired. We want to know what happened. We want to come in. We want to see how to make this thing go to people everyone that matters. And if you have been restricted from traveling out of Nigeria because you defended people that protested in Nigeria, please, Modupe, you can contact me. If you know Modupe, please forward this video to the person. I don't know who the person is. Forward this video to the person. Let the person contact me, and let us see what happened and what we can do. Because it is time we put everything together to teach these people a lesson. So if Modupe, whoever you are, if you have been trying to travel out of Nigeria and they refused you from traveling, please, we want to hear your experience on that. Thank you.
The tip of the iceberg. If they go ahead and try to gag social media and stiffen the voice of citizens, then citizens would rise. Because again, before you form a government, it is the citizen that actually form the government. Legitimacy, it's in the hands of the citizen. And if they continue, citizen would take back that legitimacy. And then hopefully...
And for example, for those of you who do not know what is going on, according to this, Aregbesola must be given the Nigeria youth treatment, because the name he is compiling now, stopping people from traveling, has not, he has not gotten the presidential approval. He has not gotten the presidency approval. So this is a country of lawlessness. Everybody is just doing whatever they can, serving whoever they are loyal to. This Minister of Interior, Ekpa, have not received the backing of the presidency. He has not received the approval of the presidency, and he is already stopping people, human rights activists for that matter, from traveling out of Nigeria.
We would not have rulers who would put Nigeria in chaos. I believe that young people are relatively and generally peaceful, and they will continue to undertake their role as active citizens peacefully. But
in fact, I did not need to go into this particular video. This particular video I will leave for next time. Let me quickly go to the issues that I feel matters very much this evening. Now, you all must have the issue of Wike in Obigbo. Remember, I have been showing you some of the evidences, of the genocide happening in Obigbo. Here is one of the evidence, and as ordered by Governor Wike.
These are other people also that were shot by Nigerian police in Obigbo. You can see them. What is their offense? Just because they are demanded for their rights. That's why they were shot by Nigerian government. So you can see that the nurses are taking care of them. And this one has lost blood. They're looking for a way to not blood. So tell them. It's another person again. It's another person now. Not for the person now.
So, this is the result of Wike. As Wike ordered the military to kill Igbos in Obigbo, this is exactly the result. And the evidences are coming. So, as he go now and start denying it, it is not something he can deny. The evidences are there. And so he can't run away from it. He cannot deny it. And one thing I want to show you again is this. I come across a video where somebody was threatening Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and then I don't know whether, please, I want you to watch this video. I'm not, but most of you must have watched it. I want you to watch this video and tell me, who is this person? Is he a chairman of a motor park? Is he a national road transport chairman, or is he a chairman of a local government in River State? Because I could not get him very clearly what chairman he is. So I want you to watch this video.
I'm the Deputy National President, National Union Council of Nigeria, President, Element Council.
Did he say he's the president of what? National Union of Road Transport Workers, or National Union of what? Nigeria? I don't understand. Can somebody tell me what president is here? I want to know.
I'm the Deputy National President, National Union Council of Nigeria.
The Deputy National President. The Deputy National President of what, please? I want you people to please tell me, Deputy National President of what?
I'm the Deputy National President, National Union Council of Nigeria, President, Element Council. Today being the 31st day of October 2020, for the past 3 days, I have received over 22,000 calls from members of IPOB, both at home and abroad, threatening me that they will kill me and my family, alleging that I am responsible for killing their members in Eleme and Obigbo. The question here is there members of IOP in Eleme? The answer is no. Eleme is not part of IOP. Eleme is not part of Biafra. We are Eleme people, we are Rivers people, we are Niger Delta people, and we are Nigerians. The struggle of Niger Delta started before the agitation of the Biafrans. We are aware that the late Major Isaac Dakaboro started the Niger Delta agitation before the Biafra started. So for us as a people, who are not part of the Biafra, we are not part of IPOB. At the stance, there is no IPOB member in Eleme. They talk more of arresting them or killing them. Recently, I heard that one miscreant, one idiot, one man that does not have legitimate means of income, placed a bounty of 100 million on the head of the governor of River State. It is insulting. At this point in time, I expect that the leadership of Herald people to render unreserved apology to the people of River State and to the governor of River State for such thing. They should render apology on behalf of their political son, Mazen Nandikano, who does not have fear, who does not have respect for credible leaders. The governor of River State has done well for River State people. For someone who does not have pedigree, someone who has caused several damages and injuries to his immediate family. His actions was responsible for the death of his good parents. His father and brother died as a result of his scam. His scamming the world in the name of IPB. It is on this reason that I, Prince Ekpa, the president of the Elementary Council, thereby placed a bounty of $200 million US on Mazen Nandikano for him to dare the people of River State. Anybody that can bring his head, the reward of $200 million are wasting. We cannot support criminals. You can imagine what happened at Obigo, where criminals kill soldiers, kill policemen, bomb down police stations, collect arms from them. That's a pure criminal activities. Also for us, we cannot. As a level youth, we are advocating for improving infrastructure, so we cannot be part of those who are destroying infrastructure of the government. So on this note, I support the policies and actions of the River State government that IOB will not have a place in River State. IOB will not have any form of gathering, any form of meeting, any form of procession in Eleme. We are going to support anything that will guarantee the safety of lives and property of Eleme people. So, for us, we are supporting our government. I want to restate that the Ohanebo in the Igbo have leadership. So we respect them as a people. We are not.
Now, you just listen to this man. I don't know who this man is. This man said that he's placing $200 million on Mazen Nandikano's head. You know why I played the video? Why I played the video is one, I want you to see somebody who is placing $200 million on somebody's head. Number one. I want you also to see, after this man making this threat, I want you to see the havoc he has done. First of all, he said that he placed $200 million on Mazen Nandikano's head. Now, I want you to watch. One moment. So let it be on record, whoever that guy is, whoever that man is, him and him alone is responsible for what you're about to see, and Governor Wike of River State.
The video is short. I was being chased after. The people are still disturbing the whole area.
If one of them, people they worry, they worry about
the whole area. The whole area is under fire. The video coverage I'm doing now is a risk because they are still around. They are watching at me. My life is not safe, but I have to do this thing to bring out evidence. We need evidence. We need the world to see. We need River State government to look into this matter. We are citizens. We are citizens. We don't deserve this kind of treatment. We don't deserve this. This market is being brought down. Everything has been taken away. The livelihood of over 250 people has been destroyed in just a day. This market is worth over 250 billion naira, and the whole money is gone. The goods in the market is gone. God, please help us. I am the PRO of this market. God, help us. Help us. Help us, oh Lord. This is my stand. And in this stand, I have over 50 pieces of phones, working phones, but none of them is to be found. This is where my tools, my machines for work, everything were inside there. This bus is empty. I will take you to my container where I have this is my container where I have over 30 pieces of cell phones, working phones, my tools, my machines, all of them, they have gone. They've been taken away. And this is the life. What kind of life is left for us? What do we do from here? It is fine. This is an evidence. Nothing is left in the market. Nothing is left. Nothing is left. Not even a single shop is left untouched. Everything has been destroyed. Thank you for watching this video. And if you're watching this video, please share this video. Tag the Rivers State government. Tag them. Let them see. Thank you.
This is the war against Igbo people in Rivers State. Wike hired thugs. Wike hired hoodlums and thugs organized by this man that just spoke now. And this man now hired criminals to go to Igbo businesses where they sell phone, where they sell these electronics and phones, and they looted everything. Destroy the shops, destroy the businesses of the Igbos in River State. In River State. Now, that man said he want to, why I made this video is that so that you will know whoever that man is, he and Wike is responsible for this. Now, this man say he want to give $200 million on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's head. I want you to watch this. Meanwhile, as they are giving $200 million, looting NDDC money, you know, that's why when you talk about Biafra, all of them, every beast in them comes out. As they are looting the NDDC money, one thing you have to know is that when Biafra come, we are not going to leave anybody behind. We are not going to leave anybody behind. Somebody like this, they can go with the Niger Delta. We are going to take our Igbo-speaking brothers and those who other Biafran, other speaking part of Biafra. We are going to take them along with us. Those kind of people, this kind of people, they cannot come with Biafra. They cannot come with us. So now, as they are saying that they have $200 million to pay, I want to show you what their students are going through in London. Remember, the money that is in question here is just maybe £10,000. Maybe 10,000, only 10,000 pounds for one person. And this man is sitting there, boasting of 200 million. Now watch.
How long are you planning to
Yes, now.
How long are you planning to stay?
Yeah, we originally planned this protest for 5 working days, starting from today to Friday. But we understand that there's a lockdown coming up on Thursday.
Yeah.
So we have collectively decided that we'll keep this protest on until on Wednesday. We have traveled from different parts of the UK. Some came here from Wales. I am from Portsmouth. There are some came from Coventry.
I'm from Portsmouth as well.
Yeah, we are here.
You all students, right?
Yeah, we are students. The lead student that is here is the master's holder. Some are PhD students. So we are scholars who were awarded this scholarship award since 2018 by our country, an agency called NDDC in Nigeria. We have been here multiple times.
You do well. You do well.
Yeah.
I don't think
the last time we were here, it was even officers like you that help facilitate the communication between people being
What is the full name of NDCC?
Nigeria Delta Development Commission. So NDDC awarded us this scholarship to come here, and your government, the UK government, because of the understanding they have with our country, gave us visas, study visas, to come here, honoring those award letters without tuition payment, because they were assured that when the students arrive here in the UK and begin their studies, the commission will pay the tuition to our schools. As we are here now, we are 94 in numbers. Some couldn't make it here for one or two reasons. And because of social distancing, we nominated a few hands amongst ourselves.
Can I ask you a quick favor? As people walking through as well, do you guys mind to step on the other side and we can have a chat there?
you can have this chance.
We are concerned about the
I
implication of
didn't
going to
say
the other
you are
side.
not entitled. Did I say even once? It's just because of the current rules going on, and we have to use all the available space. Like we do have a space over there. That's fine. That's fine.
We've had a discussion with your colleagues on that before, and severally, whenever we've had this protest, officers have always come. They brought up that issue, and we made them understand that asking us to leave here or even stepping into our embassy is a violation of international law, and we don't want that to happen. And at the end, having engaged them, they end up facilitating a meeting between us and the management because we are here on legitimate grounds. So
my colleague,
I know.
Ever said a word you doing anything wrong?
No. I'm just
all I asked, when I asked, I said, I'm asking you for a favor. It's your countrymen, right? Yeah. They are coming through, they are walking through. That's why I was asking if we can use all the available space. You said, no, you don't want to move. I said, okay, that's all. Is it reasonable?
Yeah, it is.
For those of you who do not know what is happening here, for those of you who do not know what is happening here, these are the NDDC students, where somebody was promising $200 million. The people that they sent out to abroad to study, they duped all of them, scammed all of them. They scammed the government of the United Kingdom. They scammed the school. They wrote a letter, undertaking letter, that give these people visa. We are going to sponsor them. Give them visa. They want to come to United Kingdom to study. When they come there, we will be sending them money. We will be paying their school fees. Nigeria government, NDDC, they scammed the United Kingdom. So these people went to UK, and these are the people that when you talk about Biafra, they will be shouting, Biafra, I am in Niger Delta. Now they went to UK, they are now protesting. They are coming from all over the United Kingdom, come to the Nigeria High Commission in London to protest. They say they want to protest too. They are not paying them. They even went further to explain to these security personnel that the government, the NDDC, scammed the school. That they promised the school that they are going to be paying their school fees, but they have refused to pay. They have refused to send money. But that NDDC money, 200 million, is what somebody sitting in a one wretched office, that I don't know whether he even eat. That guy you see sitting in that wretched office, promising somebody $200 million on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But look at his people. And probably some of these people have his contact. Because if he's a deputy youth, whatever leader in River State, some of them may have his contact. Some of them may be his friend. So if you are watching me now, and you are part of the students that are stranded in the United Kingdom, you know who to contact. You have $200 million to give. Start calling him. Let the money he looted from NDDC, let them send the money to you in UK. You need the money. These are the people you are dying for. These are the people you want to do to be hanging out with them. These are the people that never care for you. And somebody who has sacrificed even his own comfort, collected the contract of the NDDC. Not somebody who is trying to liberate you. Not somebody who has sacrificed everything to save you. Not somebody who has sacrificed his comfort to save you. If anybody is to be killed, it is Wike. It is Wike, somebody like Wike, who are those people sitting on your money in NDDC. If somebody is to be killed, it is this man who have come here to issue a threat to say, I have $200 million. Meanwhile, you are there in London and you do not have money to eat. You are there in the street of London protesting, traveling from different parts of London to the Nigeria High Commissioner to register your protests, your grievances, your anger that they duped you, that your country cheated you. They sent you out to UK to go and study, and the evil sign undertaking, they abandoned you. And now they have left you and you are on your own. And by the time the people in Obibo or in River State begin to retaliate, let nobody complain. Let nobody complain. By the time we begin to retaliate, let nobody complain. The way you are seeing it now, let it be the way you are going to see it that time. Thank you very much. May God bless you. The second wave of Nigeria youth EndSARS protest is on the way. You have to be part of it. Don't miss it. It's going to be peaceful, and that will be the end of Nigeria. May God bless Biafra. May God bless Oduduwa. May God bless Arewa if they will accept my prayer. May God bless the Middle Belt. Nigeria youth, we move. Togetherness, we are going to do this. Good night. May God bless you.